Welcome to this live regarding clients who cannot be hypnotized for what we think that they're not hypnotized, or clients who don't think they can be hypnotized, or pretty much any clients who we think are not responding to the hypnosis part. So, definitely going to get straight on it. There's three questions that I want to get to today to really help you apply it to your next client session. For maybe you have that resistant client who doesn't really respond to any of the techniques that you're using. So I'm going to get straight into it. And what we really want to focus in on is the word resistance and change how we think about this resistance. Resistance is not bad. As we know, resistance is some sort of protective mechanism that our clients are putting in front of them, right? So it's neither good nor bad. And really, resistance is just feedback from our clients in saying that whatever we're doing right at that present moment is not working for them. And so, really, once I changed how I perceived hypnotic resistance or resistant clients in general, that really helps me to help my clients better because now resistant clients are very, very much fun. They can be very fun, especially if you know what to do with them. So let's get straight into the question. So, the dreaded, I wasn't able to hypnotize my client. What do I do now? And so, before I answer this question, I'm actually going to ask you a question with regards to this. So, do you like being told what to do? Like, do you like it when people tell you what to do? 'Cause I certainly don't. I am stubborn as fuck, and I do not like people telling me what to do. And, wouldn't you agree that the clients that we tend to attract, especially in hypnosis, usually they've tried many other things to help them with whatever issue they're having. They come to us because maybe it is a last resort for them or second last resort for them. And at that point, they are in a state where they are vigilant or even hyper vigilant at times. It's not uncommon for us to receive those clients, right? And so they will have a natural protective mechanism, which is normal for them. And so, what happens to this protective mechanism if we are being told what to do? This gets stronger and stronger, right? The wall goes up, and because we don't like being told what to do. And so, when we think about hypnosis, we might think, okay, so, but it's so innocuous, right? I'm just telling my clients to relax. Like, what's the problem with that? Actually, if our clients are in a hypervigilant state, relaxation is going to do more harm than good for some of them. It can create more resistance because for some hypervigilant clients, relaxing means putting their guard down, which means that protective mechanism goes down, which means that they might not feel safe, even though it's just relaxation. So I wanted to really talk about this first because we might think that it's not working. And truth of the matter is, relaxation. Um, yes, it's one very small part of being in a hypnotic state, but it doesn't have to be, right? It doesn't have to be relaxation all the time. And what you'll find is that the more you try to relax the client, especially if you're working with something like physical pain, like them sitting in a spot for 2, 3 hours trying to relax them is going to be more harmful for them than good. So we really want to start shifting differently, shifting our mind differently and perspective differently with regards to hypnosis and what we've learned, because it is how we have been taught to view that it's only relaxation when it's only a very small part that really messes up our ability to actually help our clients. Because, if you want a visual, it's like they're hyper vigilant, very anxious, and very up here. And we're trying to relax them down here. We're trying to do the suggestibility. We're trying to get them down the stairs. We're trying to do the progressive muscle relaxation. Like we're trying to get them down here when they are up here. And so that's a lot of resistance right there. That gap is resistance, right? That gap is it's like pulling them down here when they are up here. And what that means is that we're not really meeting our client where they are at the present moment. And this is one of the biggest principles in advanced conversational hypnosis. The principle of meeting our clients where they're at. So if they're hypervigilant and anxious and up here, we take them and we meet them at their anxiety, at their vigilance, which means that if they are anxious, we're not going to relax them. If they're hyper vigilant, we're not going to tell them to close their eyes because that doesn't make any sense. If I'm hyper vigilant and I think that I'm unsafe, I need my eyes open to look around to see if anything is threatening. That's, biologically evolutionary. That is what's going on with our clients' unconscious mind, right? I need to look. And if we have them close their eyes, it's gonna get worse because they don't feel that anchor of safety from opening their eyes. And so how do we fix this? That all makes sense, right? So how do we help our clients with this? Well, like I said, we meet our client where they're at. In ACH, if a client comes to us and it's minute one within our session, our Zoom opens and I can see them very anxious, they're like very fidgety. I won't try to relax them. I'll talk to them and say, hey, what's going on? What's happening? And they say, oh my God, I'm just so nervous, Fritz. I'm so anxious. I like to have a conversation with regards to the anxiety, because what is anxiety? It is an unconscious process anyway. So they're already displaying unconscious information, unconscious expression right then and there that we can utilize instead of relaxing them first. And that's why I truly, truly believe that ACH is fast, because we don't fuck around, right? We don't try to relax them. You're anxious, like let's deal with the anxiety now, right? And so meet client where they're at. So that is probably one of the best things that you can do is if your client is anxious, just have a conversation with them first. I can understand that you may or may not be trained in conversational hypnosis principles. So if you're not, that's completely fine. Just have a conversation with our clients first with regards to whatever emotion they're feeling, whether it be resistance, that be anger, whether that be just plain anxiety or nervousness with regards to the session. Have a conversation with them with regards to what they're feeling at the present moment. And then that is what's going to help with that resistance. And then maybe after have your conversation with them, they are going to be more likely to relax, right? You can't help someone, like we've all had this, right? When we're really, really angry and we're really riled up and someone tells us, just relax, like fuck off, right? Like that doesn't work that way. Like we are humans, we're dynamic and we're very, very stubborn, and especially the unconscious mind. So by meeting your client where they're at, whether that be initial resistance, whether I just want to keep my eyes open, sure, let them do it, right? It is their transformation. So that would be the best thing that we can do. Start a conversation first and meet them where they're at. So, long-winded answer to a question, but I hope that helped. So, the second question is, what is the best structure for transformative client sessions? So, the best structure is going to be a structure attuned to your clients. And you might not know what that structure is. You will not know what that structure is until we are in our sessions. And so, I used to get caught up on this. I used to get caught up in this, but, let me ask you this first. Have you ever had a conversation in your head with someone? Like whether it be an argument, maybe a partner, your boss, your sister, your ex. You've had that conversation with them in your mind, and then you actually go through the conversation, and then it didn't turn out exactly as what went through your head. We've all had that. And so then we've wasted all that time that imagined and daydreamed conversation in our head that didn't really show up as expected. This is what we're doing when we're trying to structure or prepare our sessions, any sessions. Why? Because our clients are dynamic, humans are dynamic. Cannot we cannot predict what happens within our sessions. So structuring it is going to be counterproductive because of this fact, right? Like we just don't know what happens. We've all been into a session and we're like, it's gonna go this way, but it did not go that way. 9 times out of 10, that's how it works, right? So um you really don't stop wasting your time with regards to structuring your session. Just learn, and I'm going to talk about this by answering the next question. Just learn how to actually be attuned to your client's needs at the present moment and go from there. And this is a skill set, right? This is a skill set that we teach inside our advanced conversational hypnosis trainings. It seems very simple, but truly, once you start doing it, it's like just trying to swim for the first time. So but it's a very, very crucial skill that we need as hypnotists and coaches, because this is the skill set of, just attuning to our clients that actually gives our clients the best results, and not only immediate, but also long term. That just makes sense, right? When we're attuned with our clients, we know exactly what's going on with them so that we can help them to shift into a state where they have a lot of choices and they can finally get what they desire. So again, the best structure for transformative client sessions are sessions that are not structured based on what we think it's going to go, but it's going to be based on the attunement that we have with our clients, and it's completely client directed. Those are the best structured sessions. So I hope that helped. Okay, what else? The third question is, so how do you help your clients feel safe with opening up, and a surefire way to crack them open? So really, this is going to be a summary of what I just said not too long ago. When you apply these principles, the first one that I talked about is meeting a client where they're at, right? If a client is anxious, and we actually are listening to them, like, just imagine, like, I'm really anxious here, and then someone is just like, Fitz, like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm like losing my shit. I am so anxious, blah 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 blah. And that person was just listening to me and asking me about my internal state. I am going to trust them immediately versus someone who I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out, and just say, just relax, just take deep breaths, just relax. Like, fuck off. I already know that, right? So meet a client where they're at. Ask them about the anxiety. Like, we were here. We wanted to become change workers just to help our clients transform, right? So let us be like connected human beings. Let us listen to our clients. Let's be present with them instead of applying the techniques that we've learned. Because I will bet you, just by listening to your clients are not only going to be connected with you, they're going to trust you more, and your results are going to be better because of this very, very, very simple principle. So listen to your clients, allow them to open up with you. Like, because like I said, if someone just let me maybe vent it out a little bit or talk it through a little bit, I'm going to trust them more, and I'm going to be more likely to share my deepest, darkest secrets with them, rather than someone saying, all right, chill, relax, get some tea, and relax your body. Like, sure. And then after I'm relaxed, I kind of already forgot about what I was anxious about, even though what I was anxious about is really, really crucial information anyway, right? And also, what that does by meeting a client with where they're at, it helps them to unconsciously learn that they have the ability to lessen that anxiety. You might be guiding them the first time, the second time, or the third time, however times you were there with them. But by you meeting them in their anxiety and them calming down after that, that already teaches their nervous system that they can go from up here to down here on their own, and not just through a recording or us telling them to relax, right? So that is definitely a surefire way to help your clients to open up more, meet them where they're at, and tune to them, right? Like what I said with the second one, the sessions that are going to be your best structured sessions are the ones that are completely client directed. So be present, be curious with them, because if you're just attuning to them, like if we're really just having a conversation, as humans, we converse naturally, right? So like we don't have to think about it. We converse consciously and unconsciously. So if we know how to use our clients' unconscious expressions, which is exactly what we teach inside the ACH trainings, then we can leverage that skill set and just be really in tune with our clients and know how to guide their attention so that they have a transformational experience with us. And so I really hope that helped. Just again, very basic principles. Meet a client where you're at, where they're at. Be curious, attune to your clients, get better at active listening. And this is going to really transform your results. And You're probably thinking, I'm already a good listener. Like, I know, me too, but I can always still get better, right? Like, I can deadlift 95 kilos, but I can be more efficient with deadlifting. I can go up to 120 kilos, right? Like, we can be already good at a certain skill set, but we can always get better. And when we're curious with ourselves and we can come into this beginner mindset of, yes, there is more growth, then that just opens up wider growth for our personal life, but also for our clients, right? So I hope this helped. If you have any questions at all with regards to leveling up your hypnosis and coaching skill set, if you have any resistant clients that you have, and obviously with confidentiality in place, um, and if you have any questions surrounding those and into the approaches and how to approach them better, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next week.